Yes, it is.
It's Monday. It's your mother's birthday.
Yes, it is. Yes. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh my goodness. Do you hear feedback?
I do not.
I can hear a tiny bit on my phone over here, but I don't think it's too bad. So hopefully that's not bad. Hello, good morning, Nikki. Hello, Maritza. How's everybody doing this fine Monday?
Yes, and a bunch are on Instagram as well. Hello to everybody on Insta.
Hello, Insta fam. Okay. It's happy birthday. Hello. Snowy. Boy, there were a lot of football games yesterday that were snowy, huh? Or just a couple that you were watching?
Yeah, all of the games were snowy and cold and very football weather. It was great.
Ugh. Yay, Zoe's here. Real time.
Nice.
It's always fun. So today it's still makeup work month, which is always exciting. Good morning.
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Marilyn. So we have regular homeworks turned in and makeup homeworks turned in.
You want to dive right in?
I do. I'm excited.
All right. Let's do it. So
waking up.
Yes, it is. Let's get the bed made and get going. All right. So here is this is the first. Let's see here. This is your homework. Oh, that's the playlist.
Yeah, and once again, I feel like every time we need the trigger warning, like grab yourselves a croissant because you're gonna want one. It is.
Yeah, we should have gotten those at Costco the other day. I love those.
It is a hazard with this set.
Yes. So we're going to start here. There's you saw Arty's homework, and now here's Danielle Stone.
Oh, pillowy goodness, yes.
And Kathy Lorenzo.
Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And Candace Vogler.
What a setup. Is the board a cookie? Oh, that's so
great.
Good.
And then this is Elizabeth McLean. Now this is her work. And she always does it with her husband. This is her husband's work.
Her work is beautiful. He is coming right along. Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's doing great.
I love that. What a romantic date that is. Decorating cookies together.
It's great.
That's so good.
Here's Ilana Levinsky.
So cute. Yeah. Oh, it looks like a little hand-painted mug with the little color on it.
Here's Leanne Hagren.
Dark cocoa, just like I like.
And Marilyn O'Neill. I love when the beans are added. The beans just,
I know.
They're so cute. They're awesome.
Yeah, those almonds, those looked real. Were those real almonds, Marilyn? They're so good.
There's Monica Bergler.
Cute. And that napkin. Oh, a little breakfast for two. So good.
This is Nani Lucardi.
Oh, wow. So in a real mug.
That's great. Yeah.
Look at that.
It's really cool.
That's so clever.
Here's Nancy Shemp.
So good.
I like the spoon.
Yeah, so pretty.
There's Teresa Rayner.
Nice.
And Sherry Humphrey.
Gorgeous.
This is Tracy Lynn.
Oh, the square napkin with the little lacy edge.
Yes. So cute.
Wow.
And then Zoe Graves.
Gorgeous. Okay, so I'm noticing, which I was wondering before, I've seen some cookie plates here. Have you noticed that?
Yes. Yeah, it's really cool.
Just going above and beyond there. So cute.
And then Melissa Vance.
Gorgeous.
And those are all of the homeworks for that have been turned in for January. But
I'm gonna go grab a croissant real quick.
Yeah, I know. Grab me one too. But as you know, this is the month for makeup work. So we've got makeup work, and those that have turned in makeup work. Here's Candace Vogler. This is
Oh,
May
yeah.
of 22.
Yeah. So
And
cute.
here's Kathy Lorenzo, June of 17.
Oh, the pearly is so pretty. Oh, those are beautiful.
Yes. And Kathy Lorenzo, July of 17.
That was like a billion years ago. Look at how
I
pretty.
know. And this is Kathy Lorenzo, August of 17.
How cute.
And Kathy Lorenzo, September of 17. I
Oh,
love that set.
I love this set too. I love that heart shape, how it's like
Yeah.
just a different little ratio. That's cute.
This is Crystal Niffen, December of last year.
Gorgeous. Yes.
Here's Danielle Stone, February of 16. And March of 16.
Love it.
Stone. Here's
Yeah,
Ilana Levinsky.
she made those makeup works a long time ago too. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah,
So she's now
but
able to turn them in.
yeah, now she's posting them all.
So
Great.
cool.
This is Ilana Levinsky, March of 24.
Oh, I need to see more angles of this. How cute.
Here's Joni Malfitano, March of 24.
Oh, oh, the little pinwheel wheels. Ah, what? Oh my gosh.
Here's Kathy Pedley in April of 22.
Oh, that is so sweet. Hmm.
And Kathy Pedley in March of 22.
Ooh.
What's that? Kokohoto? Kokohute?
Kakuto. Beautiful.
Kohukahoto.
Hope she had fun with that. Oh my gosh, so fun.
Kathy Pedley, May of 22.
No, those are lovely. Oh,
This is Laura Deal. This is December.
yay. Love it.
Here's Leanne Hagren, October of 24.
You know, I love this one.
Yes.
Mm,
Pamela Schmidt, June of 24.
those are great.
This is Sherry Humphrey, March of 24.
Oh, cute. Oh, wow.
It's a little
Medical wagon.
medical wagon, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Stacy Welsh Andrade, June of 24.
Oh, are those fun or what?
And this is November of 24 for Stacy.
Oh, so good.
And Stacy also did October of 24.
Oh, wow.
And then the last is Tessie, who did April of 24.
So good.
So that's the homework and the makeup work. And just so you guys know, makeup work is you could turn in up to 6 months of previous homework, homework that you've missed, homework to complete streaks, and then you can also work backward all the way to the beginning of McGoo U 10 plus years ago. The way to do that, there are a few steps. First of all, label the month and the year that you are completing. Then share it publicly. So share it on your page or on your cookie page, and then share that post to the McGoo group. Include your hashtags McGoo or makeup work, and then McGoo homework, and then there it is 6 months of previous McGoo lessons. And number 5, you receive patches for streaks, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, all that good stuff. And of course, because this last or we just introduced another patch, we're starting to get in some info there. So those of you that have groups and want to earn the new group patch, which is right here, all you have to do is go to the website. There is a section for homework groups, and then you can click the link and send me all the information for your group. And once it's registered and on the website, I'm mailing out patches to the entire group.
So fun. Yeah, I love that new patch. These makeup works. Doesn't it blow you away?
Yes.
The talent. Amazing. Code. Good morning. Good morning. It sounds like everybody's pretty chilly.
Yeah, that Arctic freeze is coming in and making havoc.
Crystal. Yeah, same. Yeah. Everybody's doing so amazing. It's just gorgeous work. Maybe our friends down under aren't feeling quite so cold, but
that's true.
I do too. Just it's like a little time travel. You get a free day off work today. We're going to do it for a 300 cookie order. Your KitchenAid decided to stop turning sweet parts, which just went to buy another one. Oh, gosh. It's a double mixer household now. Why not? Yeah, I know. You got to do what you got to do. I've been there. I know. I have my backup KitchenAid because, yeah, you don't know. Interesting. I have been thinking, I mean, I'm not in the market for another mixer yet. Don't get scared, Mr. John. But I have been thinking, which I'm curious about your thoughts about this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have a KitchenAid or a Bosch or something else? I've been looking at the Bosch lately. Like if it's time for once it's time for a replacement or whatnot. How do you feel about your Bosch? If you've done KitchenAid and now have a Bosch or vice versa, I am curious what your thoughts are.
And isn't that what the rest of our appliances are in the kitchen now? Are they Bosch?
That's true. That is true.
You know, because I will say that Bosch dishwasher is next level. That thing,
yeah,
it's so quiet. What do you think, Tipsy? Or do you agree?
I know she was laying here this whole now. She's like, I'm going to reveal myself. I know.
Yeah.
Not that I need my kitchen all to be one brand, but I kind of hear more and more about Bosch and how they love it. I must say I'm doing left work and seeing you. Wait, you're doing older people. Oh,
Homework.
She's doing homework. You
I agree. She looks great.
So you're looking at old classes and stuff. That is funny. Yeah, you're time traveling that way too.
Loves her Bosch.
You have both. You love your Bosch for cookie dough. Yeah, it's so interesting because I hear people can make such a larger batch of dough. KitchenAid for icing. That happened to you last Christmas. So you got a new one and husband repaired old one as a backup. That's so good. Yeah, it's good to have that, right?
Liesel.
Crazy until it doesn't. You have both. You love them both. Yeah, so I guess they're both really great because I do love my KitchenAid. I do. You have both 6-quart KitchenAid and 6.5-quart Bosch. The Bosch makes a double batch. Downside, butter has to be not even close to cool to get mixed in. Just kind of pushes it around. Interesting. KitchenAid and Bosch. KitchenAid for Royal and Bosch for dough. Oh, wait, wow. What? Why did it snap? Was it because of the butter being hard? Not room temp enough? Bosch paddle snapped. That would our 20-year-old dishwasher is refusing to fit. Hey, that's great too.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
The older appliances sometimes they're just meant to last too. You make a 4 times batch of dough in the Bosch. What does a 4 times batch mean to you? Because I think
that's true batch, because that
right, because different recipes. What I think of as a double batch would be what? 2 cups of butter.
Yeah, well, yeah, but how much flour is that? Like 8 cups?
Yeah,
16
cups, butter cups, and flour cups. Good morning, Charlotte. You can only use the dough hook for the Bosch. Okay.
You know what I thought was interesting was we went to what was that what's that high-end kitchen store that we'll walk into and buy them? Yeah. Okay. Williams-Sonoma. So they had this KitchenAid and it was a really cool, very different color than I've ever seen before. But the bowl itself was wood.
Wood. And it was an olive. Was it an olive KitchenAid? The body was like a beautiful green.
But that wood, the wood thing fit into the base. It was like a KitchenAid bowl that was wood. And I thought, wouldn't that wood like wear and wouldn't it get all gross and
wouldn't that wood wouldn't
the wood do that?
I know, it's so beautiful. It was like a matte olive with this beautiful dark stained wood bowl. It was so pretty. I was like, I would be so worried about it.
It's a really pretty like a shelf to show the mixer off, but I just don't see using it like for realies. I don't think it would happen.
Yeah. 4 batch of vanilla, so 8 cubes of butter in the Bosch. And the other part is 8 cups of flour. Yeah, that's wow.
Annette, well done.
No, I mean that's. Don't tell Crystal about the Bosch. She'll want to replace the 5 KitchenAids we have. Yeah, no, she's getting ideas. Right now, your single batch is 1.5 cups of butter and 5 cups of flour. So I know.
Wow.
We quad is 12 cups of flour. Because we use the bricks of butter too. That's the other part. We don't use the cubes anymore. We always get to Costco and get that brick. Do you guys use a brick? You love the olive and wood KitchenAid, but I can't imagine mixing dough in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I completely agree. That's got to be like a show off thing. Just leave it on the shelf, but then you remove it and use the glass or the metal in order to actually mix. I'm not wrong here, right?
It's so pretty.
Oh, it's pretty.
A function over form type of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a 5 quart and a 7 quart. Yeah. I'm wondering about the Bosch. Yeah, you saw it too. It was so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Dawn. And then there's that one that's like copper, like hammered copper body, or maybe it's the bowl that's hammered copper.
Yeah, that was cool too.
Anything with texture, I'd be like, that would be annoying. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Was it texture inside the bowl, or was it just
have been just outside? I'm trying to remember what I saw. I think it was like almost like a dotted type texture on the outside. It must not have been on the inside, because that would really be annoying.
I love that kitchen store, and I will check out the one shelf all the way at the back on the right that's like for sale
clearance. Yeah,
and then I'm out. Like that thing. It's so cool though. There are such beautiful pieces in there.
It's an idea store.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And somebody's like, oh, this would look gorgeous on my counter, but I'm not going to use it. Reviews are awful.
There you go.
Cracks. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not wrong though, because at first I went, "Ooh, that's pretty." Wait a minute. Like it was so quick to go, "No, that can't be a thing."
Yeah.
No real baker is using that.
Somebody uses it to like, I'm going to whisk up some meringue and rinse it out immediately and dry it carefully with a diaper.
Yeah. Yeah, you mix a salad in it and then that's it, because there's no way you're going to be mixing icing and especially that really thick icing.
Yeah. Or bread dough where you're really going to like
No way.
Yeah, interesting. Well,
before we get to your thing, I have patches.
Oh, patches. Oh, good.
I have patches for December, and I've been putting this off and talking about it for a little while, but it's about time to get into this. So, okay, let's go here. All right, so with patches, here we go. First, let's start with our number of homeworks turned in December. Good job, yo.
Especially for December.
Yep.
Busy month, crazy.
So busy. And yet 59 homeworks are in. That's so awesome. All right, let's start up here.
The piping bag patch. This is earned when cookiers turn in 3 months consecutive on-time homework. So those who earned their piping bag patches for December, or September, we have Susan, Danielle, Bowler-Jack, Nadine, Ray, Zoe, Jeanette, Sherry, Charlotte, Crystal, Kathy, Joni, Marilyn, Jen, Sally, Anne, Donna. Wow. A lot of you are on right now. Congratulations, piping bag patch earners. Isn't it cool that we get to hang out with such cool people on Mondays? It's the best. Rolling pin patch. This is when you're on a roll. You do a whole year of homework. This is a huge commitment. You cookie nerds. We have Vicky, Teresa, Amy, Melanie, Kathy, and Candace. A year. Congratulations. It really is a commitment to do it. Because things happen where it's like, it is not convenient to get my homework done. But you did it. Whisk patch. This is when you whisk in. Okay, Kat, get off there. She's trying to bat at the whisk on there. This is when you share publicly your homework with all of your friends and family, which is stepping out of your comfort zone sometimes. It's our homework group, our student body is always so encouraging and loving and great tips and thoughts. But sometimes it's scary to share with the outside world because we don't know if they'll be nice. Those that have earned their whisk patches. We have Harriet, Susan, Crystal, Barbie, Vicky, Marilyn, Teresa, Amy, Anne, Melanie, Kathy, Candace, and Debbie. Good job. It is a little extra step, but it's pretty simple to earn that whisk patch. That was the new kid on the block, but now we have a newer patch on the block, don't we? The oven mitt. This is where we hear the call to help, to serve people, and we put on our oven mitt to turn on our ovens to help out with donations to good causes in our communities. Oven mitt patch earners are Debbie and Crystal. And again, in December, there's so many opportunities, but not a lot of time. So that's a great patch to earn. That's a little pat on the back. I know you don't do it for the pat on the back or the patch, but we like to see it. The M patch. This is the varsity M. This is for taking an advanced class. Also, it is when you you also get it when you refer your first friend to McGoo. Crystal has earned her varsity letter M because she wrangled in Carol. Yay, thank goodness. We have Carol and Crystal here with us. And so Crystal earns her mixer patch as well. That's when you mix in new friends into McGoo. So the earners of the mixer patch is Crystal. And also Becky mixed in a new friend, Holly. So fun. The only requirement when you pick friends to mix in is that they're cool. That's it. They just have to be cool. So far, so good. Apron patch. This is for just various and sundry reasons. The apron patch. Apron patches this month for December goes out to Carol, Vicky, Janice, Sherry, and Jen. So we'll be sending out the apron or the all the patches. Are there any more patches? The new patch? Not yet.
That is it. The new patch. I'm just announcing that, or we've been talking about that over the this month, and then I'm giving myself this month and next month to get all the groups in. So those will be awarded in the first part of March, along with all of the makeup work patches and such. So March is always a huge month.
Yeah. There's that new patch, even newer than the whisk patch. What do you think, Tipsy? Is it so cute? It's not edible as much as she thinks. So that's such a, I love that new little patch. So exciting. You love all the Star Wars things, but your pocketbook's accent. No, I know. It's an idea store.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, there you go.
Yay. Yeah, super fun. We love patch time. Fun mail. It's always a good mail day when you get a patch in the mail and not just bills. So does anybody even pay bills by mail anymore? Does that happen?
I have one. I have one that I pay by mail, and it's irritating.
Yeah.
Come on, get a QR code or something.
Stop scratching at my screen. She's batting at your head with her little paw. Don't encourage her.
I got you. Oh, look at me. Hey, hey, hey.
She keeps putting her paw like right over your face. Oh, so cute. Okay, so anything else? We have a demo today.
Yes, it's demo day. So does that make for there you go.
We have a music for demo.
I really should. I mean, maybe here, maybe this one.
Well, we haven't done one for so long. It's been a long time since we've done a little side video here. Okay, Tipsy, this is now where you need to move. So I have some paper. Okay, so it's gonna start right here actually. So demo today is on our Bristles McGoo, which is on sale this month. I believe it's like crazy, something 50% off or something. What is it? Wait, you're muted. You're still muted.
I'm not muted. It's 50.
It wasn't.
Yeah, 50% off.
50%. Yeah, we didn't hear you.
I'm just talking to myself over here. I'm like, yeah.
What's new?
I know.
So 50% off, right? Crazy.
Let me double check. Yes, 50% off for the bristles.
It just sounds so crazy. We got to check. Okay.
And this is one of those items that I know you have multiples depending on color use.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna have a black and a red, you want a black and you want your own red.
Yeah, there's different ways to use it, but we're gonna go over the bristles today. So you can be like, I have one, but I never pull it out. This will be today. We'll kind of cover what. Hey, Sylvia. We're gonna cover what we can do with this, and yeah, let's roll. So I have one here. This one has water in it. So I will just keep this one on hand for painting. So I have my food coloring palette here ready to go. I have my water in the reservoir already. You could use it dry, but it's nice to have water in there. So that's those two ways already. Hey, Raquel. You can use it dry. So just use it as a paintbrush, dip it in water, or you can have water in it and ready to paint. It's always nice to have your palette already set up. Bust that out, Candace. So there are just so many different reasons why you want to paint on a cookie, and it's nice to have your colors already ready. You have so many. That's awesome. Because sometimes it just calls for, I need to paint a little bit of something. Get Tipsy just like staring into your soul.
And I do have a question from Instagram. This is from Nancy. Nancy's Fancy Cookies. Lil Burn. Wow. Okay. We're gonna have to like shorten up some of those things on Instagram. But anyway, Nancy said, if you have one for different colors, do you just put TGE gel / water mix in the reservoir? So
when I use them for different colors, I use airbrush colors, straight airbrush. I don't use metallics in it. Those do get caught in there, and it gets all, what's the word? Just stuck in this. Because there is a little, like if you actually look at the anatomy of a Bristles McGoo, so we have our cap, we have our little lid here, and it is always backwards, and it always weirds me out. It's not lefty loosey, righty tighty. It is the opposite. It's righty loosey, lefty tighty. So if you find you can't open your bristles to start, try the opposite direction. So this has this reservoir here, and inside this little head part, there is actually a little sponge in here that kind of slows down the liquid that you put in there. And I've actually tried to take the whole thing apart just to see if it would allow. Clogged. That's the word. You got me, guys. Fill in the blank. To see if it would allow, but then it just kind of runs too quickly. So still, I like to experiment. But so just food coloring, as far as that goes, I use airbrush color. You could do a mix of regular gel color, but I think there's more kind of little deposits or kind of things that could get caught up in there with the thicker gel. So just airbrush color is the best option. And you can mix your own colors. You can mix it a bit with water if you want it to be a bit more pastel. You could also mix it with alcohol. So that's that. Now that I have it open, I'm going to go ahead and fill mine. Seriously, Kat, you're so inconvenient. So I have my black. This is airbrush color, so it's nice and, you know, a thin consistency. It is a small opening, so don't be wearing your best white dress or something, because there's a chance, especially with a cat nearby. So I just go ahead and okay, Kat, really? Wait. Okay, you're not helpful. You're cute, but you're not helpful. So I'm just dropping some black in there. And I don't fill it all the way. You don't need to like completely fill it. Just like any food coloring, a little goes a long way, especially to start. But once you put black in there, you're probably not going to want to change it to other colors. Other colors might rinse out a little better, but black really kind of is a one-time deal. She's such a goober. So I have my, thank you, Mr. John. You came all this way. So see, I have that food color down there. And what I like to do is just to prime my bristles, because my bristles right now, they are really dry. So I'm going to prime my bristles so that it kind of takes the liquid a little better. I'm going to get some water. I have water here, but I didn't get to it. Okay, so I'm going to have a cup of water. And it's always a good idea to like kind of rinse out your bristles for any new paintbrush. Wash out any sizing that is in the bristles. So I've just dipped it into water so that it will accept my food coloring in my pen a little bit better. If it's a dry brush, it will tend to just, the food coloring will just like drip out, where with the wet bristles, it'll kind of take it at a better pace. So the other thing I like to do with a new bristle, any new paintbrush really, is just to look at the tip. Sometimes you'll have a little long stray scraggle fiber, right? A little bit of a longer little hair on the brush. And that's just with any paintbrush that can happen. I don't see any on this one, but sometimes that can happen. So now this is where you really want to have something underneath you. I'm like looking around for something. Just like a little bowl or a paper towel for sure, because even though we've primed those bristles, sometimes it still will just kind of drip out. So I'm just gently squeezing the reservoir just a little bit, and you can kind of see the food coloring will start to travel down into this tip here. Oh, there we go. So it's dripped out, which, you know, that can happen and you almost want to expect it. So we have color now in there. If you're really gentle, it might not drip out. I was being a little impatient, but we have food coloring in our brush now, and we're ready to paint with it, do brush lettering. So I'm going to switch my camera over. What if it happened? Could you cap it? So yeah, the cap is great to keep it. So wait, what was the question? Oh, you know, I guess you could hold the cap underneath it and do it, but I think it would be, I don't know. I don't want to get color in my cap either, because that could be a mess, right? I'm going to switch my camera in just a second here. Then we'll do some brush lettering with it. Very good. Is that an overhead shot? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm sideways. Maybe if I can go like this, maybe it'll show my messy work. Okay, station. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, so I got my and you're gonna want, like, I like to work just in a notebook, just to practice. You're not gonna just destroy cookies or mess up on cookies. There's no stress that way. You can write all you want and practice all you want. And of course, if you're doing this on a specific cookie shape, it's a good idea to take that shape. If you're looking for fitting a specific space here, just take your shape, your little food color marker, and just trace out your shape like that. And that's if you already have an idea. The other thing you could do is, okay, I know my cookie is about this big. I want my words to go from here to here. Or, this is good practice. And once you have your word kind of designed or laid out how you like it, you can always project that as well. So once you have your kind of your overall look down, projecting is always a good idea. So my bristles are primed with color. It should be good. And this is where we just doodle a word or a monogram or anything. Monograms are really nice and easy because you're just doing one letter. You don't have to match, a whole bunch of letters. So like M for McGoo. You're thinking a light touch, kind of straight up and down on your upstrokes, and then more pressure going down. Why am I getting that? Oh, sorry about the dinging. So light coming up, and then I'm giving more pressure coming down, light going up, more pressure going down, and light coming up. So if you're just getting in that kind of a rhythm, so it's really good to practice going up and down, up and down. You can just do that across your page. Just so you get the feel of you're really bending the bristles on the down strokes and a really light touch on the upstrokes. You're pushing your bristles down at an angle to get that thicker, chunkier stroke. Like that. So I've got my U's down. Those are set. And working with scale is interesting too with this. This is considered like a medium-sized tip. And that allows you to have a nice range. So you can get really small. So let's say Mary. And you can always adjust to if your stroke isn't perfect. You can go quite small on your scale. That takes a little bit more practice. Brush lettering, it's all about practice. It's getting your notebook out and just writing words as you hear it. And this one I'd probably go Christmas down here. And mix and match your fonts too. You can just do a straight kind of a font here. I'm going to run into my Y. This is why we practice, right? Our fonts before we put it on our cookie. So this is just a doodling spot. It's really, really fun to practice the brush lettering. And there are no ribbons awarded for not lifting up your pen. If you're like, okay, I need to, like, sometimes when you're doing handwriting, it's like, you're like, okay, I've got to do this all. It's like piping where you're like, I have to do this all in one breath. I can't talk. I can't think. Take those breathers. You're like, oh, I'm going to change up the letter right here. I'm not going to connect it the same way that I was before. Really play with the layout and the bounce of it, If you don't want it to all be that same baseline, it gives a lot of, personality when you have like a bouncy baseline. And the fun thing about this is it's calligraphy, but it's modern calligraphy, right? So it's not as static or not as many rules. This is like calligraphy's sassy younger sister. So yeah, that's pretty much that. You just kind of practice on your page. This is really, I feel like this is mostly useful, especially for names. As far as the scale of the cookie, you're not going to probably write really large words. It's probably going to be a monogram or a name. And also the other fun thing to do is really, especially for this like straight font, to mix in like a regular food color pen for those, because it's meant to be really straight. It's a nice, right, just traditional type pen. I don't know why I'm doing Christmas themed stuff, but so mix in your other food color marker with it so that you have this really tidy, nice font here. And then your real, you can be kind of almost messy too. It doesn't have to be, again, we're breaking the rules with this. Right. And this is also a good time to use this pen, is to touch up those little spots where you're like, oh, I didn't get that quite right. Just go in with your straight pen to kind of adjust also. So it's a really quick way to get a nice, handwritten word with your food coloring marker, and to personalize a cookie. I think it's really quick to just write out a name. Let's say, I don't know, I can't think of a name. They'll know those cookies that you just need to add a name to. You don't want to pipe it. And again, this takes just some practice, but once you get it, it can be quite quick. So that's as far as the brush lettering goes. For painting and things like that, where's my water one? So the one that has water in it. I'm gonna again just prime my bristles. I'm gonna let some drip out. Oh, I left some color in it from last time. No bien, that's bad. I usually take good care of my brushes, but there we go. I think I did a demo and I just capped it up. So you do want to wash out the bristles, but it's kind of self-cleaning as you use your hand. The color goes on your hand. And so I have a wet brush, and I can just take on.
And Liz, we have a question from Instagram. Blue Dragonfly Bakery. Are you using food coloring? And of course,
yeah. So in the bristles, I have it's airbrush food coloring. Yeah.
And then
this is a Meramist black. You can use any color, of course.
And then she also asked, where do you get that pen? And that's at artymcgoo.com. And it is the Bristles McGoo, or the water brush pen. And if you go to the shop, it's right in the shop. And then CR Confection said, I could watch you write all day long. It's so perfect.
Well, that's the fun thing about the brush lettering is it's not perfect, but it's, it's a lot of personality. Don't strive for perfection necessarily, right? This is me just using it with food coloring. So you could see it's going to be more watercolory, right? Because I don't have a consistent amount of food coloring running through my brush, which is fine. Especially it's great for if you want to change like the color as you go. So say we want to do that word again, but start with red, right? I'm going to do part of the word till my color kind of runs out a little bit. I'm going to do that part here. And I'm going to go into my orange. And it is good to have a paper towel handy to kind of change colors. I don't have a paper towel, so I'm using my hand. So I switch to orange. I'm going a little bit lighter, kind of brushing over that to make a transition to orange. The yellow is really going to do the transition of. Now I need to focus on spelling. So if you want to go from color to color, I could do the whole rainbow, just moving from color to color. I'm going to add a little green to the end, my E here. And so take off most of that color on my hand and blend that into my last letter here. So that's if you don't want to have a single color in your pen. You can definitely color and paint just like regular using your food color palette. So this is all food color as well. Just dried, which I really like it dried. You can really control the amount of color. Why do you have that view? I just realized there's a view of me, like my face too. Was I making faces? I didn't even realize I was up there. No, it's fine. Was I making a weird face? I don't know what face I make as I letter.
No, you weren't making a weird face. but I'm watching you and like, oh, look at she's concentrating and she's so cute. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't think anybody else was watching thinking that. Krabby Girl Confections said, your handwriting is gorgeous. Did you add water in with the airbrush color?
That is straight airbrush for the black. I didn't add any water. That's just straight airbrush.
And then are you, how much, I guess it's all relative, but how much color are you pulling up when you're using the just the water in the brush, like on the palette? Are you really getting that thing like super color coded and like dense with color? If that's the term, I don't know if that's the term.
That's a good term. That's a good term.
Okay.
It depends. I think almost on how long your word is and how. Like if I was going to write a long word and really want the whole word to be the same color, I would really load my bristles with color. Make sure it's really saturated so it will last the whole word. Mm-hmm. With cookies, you probably don't need to load it too much because your words aren't going to be super long unless you have a cookie that's, really, really long.
And Blue Dragonfly Bakery also asks, will that work with metallic airbrush colors? And it won't work in the pen. Does it work like as the...
Yeah, if you dip it if you just use it either with water or just dry, you can use metallics. You can just use this as a paintbrush. You can definitely do that, but it will not, it will get clogged in this little kind of little sponge that sits right in here in the pen. It will clog that. White, I'm trying to remember. I almost feel like metallic does work. I'm trying to think.
But with metallic, wouldn't you want to use use alcohol in the water brush instead of water?
Shall we do an experiment?
Yes.
Now is the time.
Do it.
Because now I'm thinking, I know white gets clogged in it, and I'm thinking, did metallic get caught in it? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Like I just. Do
you need a pen, or do you have an extra one in there?
I have this pen with water in it. I could just put in the metallic in here.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Because we have misters. We have those little misters, and those take the metallics. Those can spritz the metallic. It does a beautiful job with that. It will go through and everything. I'm thinking it doesn't, but we're gonna try it anyway.
And Blue Dragonfly is definitely they're sitting here going like, yes, let's do this experiment. So
I know I'm going to clog a pen. I think I'm going to clog a pen, but I don't want you to clog a pen. I'd rather me clog a pen.
Let's do it.
So I have my metallics here.
I love when she gets into this mode of like, oh, I don't know. Let's go see. And then she'll sit in this after the live. She will sit in this for like 2 hours, just like figuring out other things to do with the pen and metallics and such. It's awesome.
The bad thing is though, is when I figure something out and then I forget that I figured it out. That's the worst. It's like, why do I have to figure this out again? I should take notes. Okay, so I have my gold here. This is my bristles that has water in it. I'm just going to empty the water out into my handy little bowl over here. So I have some water in my bristles, but I don't think that'll do much. Okay, so got my gold sheen airbrush. And this is a little easier of a bottle to get into my pen. That's good. Okay, so I have some gold. I'm trying to think, should I put alcohol in there? Do you think I should go for it or just go straight metallic?
Yeah, just go for it. Just do it.
Go for it. Here we go. I'm so scared. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I have my color in there. I'm going to just kind of squeeze the reservoir here till we maybe get some gold in there. Gently, not so gently. Okay, so I see gold coming down right here into that little tip. It's like it doesn't want to. I feel like there's resistance. This is where we bust open the whole pen and take that little sponge out. See, I know that I've done these experiments before. I'm just trying to remember the results. I'm remembering. It doesn't want to travel into the bristles. Oh, maybe some. Okay, let's try. Let us try. Gold. I see some coming through, but I think it's just like it's almost like separating the metallic, right? It's like sifting through the particles of gold. Okay, there's a drop there. Okay, it's starting to travel into the bristles. It's kind of wanting to come out of the side. I see some coming in there. Sparkle. Yeah, it's like just taking the pigment part and not the metallic part. Look like it's just a little bit of that gold tone.
Would Everclear change that at all, or is it just being is that sponge stopping the metallic part?
Yeah, so the sponge is just sifting that metallic out. So any little particles that make it shiny, it's just kind of, yeah, it's keeping those in here, I think. So just dipping is a better option as far as metallic goes. Mm-hmm. Gold. So dipping, of course, works, but we already kind of knew that one. We're using it just as a regular paintbrush.
And Blue Dragonfly Bakery said, "I've killed more than one airbrush with metallics."
Right. This is where I'm wondering if we. Okay, I'm taking out the bristle part. So this is the inner anatomy of our pen here. So right here is our problem. So this is a little circular like sponge. I'm going to just rip that out. So that's just a little sponge here. The rest of this is like the ferrule of the actual paintbrush. This is all brush. So little fibers right here, right? So we're going to, and I don't know about this part. I don't know if it has to go through that, but we're going to try to put it back in there and see if we can get this metallic through it. It's a fun experiment.
This is fun. And Sylvia Latour said, "I may have missed it. Why airbrush color? I would, I feel it would color the mouth pretty intensely."
You don't use that much. It doesn't. It's actually not a whole lot, and it's just thicker, so it wouldn't travel through our brush as well, I would think. So it needs to be this thinner consistency for it to kind of run through our brush. Okay, so this is without that sponge. I took it out. I'm squeezing that reservoir to kind of fill my bristles. I might need a little more color. Let's see. Oh, hello. See, that's why we have. Yeah. I didn't listen to myself, and I was not prepared. Oh yeah, lefty, tighty, righty, loosey. There we go. And now I'm all golden. This is the other thing that happens with mad scientist mode. We make a mess. Okay, so squeezing. It dripped out, which again, that sometimes happens. I just want to see if it can get a more steady kind of a flow. See, it wants to come out the side, so it really doesn't want to travel into the bristles as well. It's resistant. So where the color was really coming through the bristles, the gold does not want to saturate the bristles. It wants to go around it and avoid these tightly packed bristles inside. So it's not necessarily the sponge that's resistant to the metallic particles. It is the bristles, I guess. And the combination also. It's just not wanting to load that metallic. So when it comes to metallic, you got to do the dip method. But it is a nice bristle because it has a nice body to it that comes to a fine point. So that allows you to do those, nice thick stroke downstrokes and light upstrokes and thick downstroke, thick.
And by the way, Blue Dragon Bakery said, thanks for trying.
Right. I know. It'd be so much easier if it was just like, boom, it's loaded, it's ready. I'm ready to paint metallic. And they do have those metallic pens. They're just not the bristles, I don't think. I think it's always like a felt tip pen, right? Look at my claw over here. I'm like,
So funny. Look at my claw.
I'm like holding my hand strange because it's all dripping with gold. Gold finger. He's the man with the Midas touch. So there's, the dip and paint method is going to be our best bet for metallics. Brush lettering, it's all about just practice. Light stroke up, bending that bristle down to get that thick stroke down. And filling up notebooks as you're watching TV, as you're just hearing words, you're going to look like a crazy killer that keeps a weird notebook, especially if you're watching true crime and you're writing down blood splatters and
like Harry Potter and stuff.
So any other questions about life in general or the bristles McGoo?
I'm glad that you're taking questions about life in general. That's great. Yeah.
The meaning of life, what more existential thoughts.
Yes.
That gold is pretty. It's nice. So no metallic, no white. White does the same thing, which again would be so convenient to just paint white, ready to go. More experiments. What if I took out part of the bristles so they're not as tight in there? That's another thought. Anyway, more experiments. You know what I'm going to be doing. Okay. All right. That's our demo. Next week. Oh, and Tipsy's with you. Next week, let's do a giveaway.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, a giveaway. We have a lot. Yeah, we got to get back to giveaways and freebie Fridays. Maybe once homework makeup months are due, let's get back to freebies.
That'd be great.
Which I do like doing the freebies on the live too. I mean, that's a nice way to do it. Top of mind, ready to roll. We'll gather our gifts and prizes and do some freebies. Freebie Fridays. Loving the homeworks. Loving seeing the homeworks. They make my mouth water. They make me need a croissant. That's the only bad thing about it. But we'll be here next Monday. How many Mondays do we have of January left?
1.
Next is the last Monday.
Yes.
So we will also do a preview of February McGoo U cookies. So this month is winding down way too fast. I don't know about you, but it's going by way too fast. But we will be here next Monday. Thank you. Have a great week and have a delicious day.